Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the life of Joe. Yeah, that's right. I said my Instagram name because that's what I'm doing from now on. The life of Joe. Yeah. So everyone knows what's been going on. Hopefully, everyone knows what's been going on with this whole Amber Guyger situation. Okay, so Amber Guyger was a police officer who walked into the wrong apartment and shot and killed an innocent black man who was also unarmed, eating ice cream, watching Netflix on his couch. With that said, she obviously had to go to trial, stand in front of her peers, and stand trial for the murder of Botham Jean. Now, this is where things get interesting. After her peers convicted her guilty of murder, the judge overseeing the trial comes and hugs Amber Guyger. So, um, yeah. so, those of you who know me know how I feel about this whole situation, about the whole trial, and everything like that. But I'll be honest, I was pissed off when I saw this judge. I was pissed off when I saw this judge just completely, I'd say, disregard all formality, all like everything that I'm pretty sure a judge takes an oath in doing and hugs a murderer. And this is the thing. These are all the thoughts that I had before hearing from the judge. And so this is basically what I want to do. The judge spoke, I think, last week. I haven't watched the video yet. I have my own personal opinions of her, but I haven't watched the video yet. So I wanted to see and give a live reaction to me watching this judge who hugged a murderer, who shot and killed an innocent black man who was simply sitting on his couch watching Netflix, eating some Haagen-Dazs ice cream, nevertheless. And, anyways, I just wanted to see what this judge had to say about that and the fact that she hugged the woman who killed Botham Jean. So let's see who. Yeah. So let's see what the hugger has to say.
Who were watching it online, you just generally saw the back of Miss Guyger, and from time to time a side glance.
You know who didn't see the back of Miss Guyger? Botham Jean. Botham Jean saw Amber Guyger come into his apartment while he was eating ice cream on his couch watching Netflix and saw Amber Guyger shoot him. I just, thought maybe I should add that in there just in case the judge forgot.
But at the start of trial on September 23rd, she was very stoic.
Okay. So I may have to look up what the word. Okay. No. Okay. Stoic. Okay. I don't know. Listen, maybe I'm being too overcritical here, but I don't think you should represent the behaviors of. Okay, so I'm drinking hard seltzer. Anyways, if my words slur, I apologize. But anyways, I don't think you should call a murderer stoic. That's just me.
She seemed to have found a point in space to fixate on, and she just seemed to stare straight ahead at that. And she sat very still. And after the verdict of guilt, she was visibly shaken.
Well, she just got convicted of murder for killing a black man, an unarmed black man sitting on his couch eating ice cream watching Netflix. So, yeah, I can see how she was a little bit, shaken, Mm-hmm.
And I think it took her quite some time to regain her composure. But after that verdict, she was a different person. She was a broken person. I saw a remark.
Okay. Brant. Okay. Brant. So listen. I have no problems whatsoever with Brant going to. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me back up a little bit. I do kind of have a problem with Brant going to hug the killer, the murderer of his brother, but at the same time, he can do that. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Wow, stuff is kind of nice. Um, he can do that. The reason he can do that is because he's just a civilian. And I'm not saying the judge isn't a civilian, but the judge is in a position of power, and at the very least should not have an opinion either left or right, right, whatever the case may be. The judge should not be, because to me, this is what it seems like to me. When the judge goes and hugs the murderer, it kind of makes it seem as if, okay, well, did she really do it? Maybe she really didn't do it. Maybe the judge knows something that we don't know. I don't know. But see, that's the problem, though. It puts too many questions in the person's mind of why is this judge hugging the murderer? At the same time, with this dude right here, Brant, yeah, you know what? Hey, go ahead. Go ahead and hug the person who just killed your brother. Is that forgiveness? Yes, it is. I'm not trying. I'm gonna get to my whatever later, but just yeah, whatever.
Remarkable young man who came to the stand. And I did not expect, I don't know what I thought he was going to say, but I did not imagine that that was his forgiveness, his outreach to her, his telling her that he only wanted the best for her. I did not expect that. There was a lot of crying. I have not had one where defense counsel and prosecutors are crying, as well as the defendant's family and the victim's family. And yes.
Okay. So I don't think the reason that Botham Jean's family was crying is probably the same reason why everyone else was crying. I mean, I can't say definitively that that's what what took place, but at the same time, I'm if I had to bet, I would probably bet that his family is probably crying over the fact that they just lost their son, who was sitting on his couch watching Netflix eating ice cream. So that's just me. That's just me. But I mean, yeah, I imagine there's probably a lot of people crying in there. Once again, probably crying for Botham Jean. Her point about Brant, about, because she is right. Brant going up on the stand and, making a statement, a very profound statement, no less, about how, he wanted to forgive Amber because he knows that's what Botham would have done. Dude, Christianity 101. I am not taking anything away from this young man. It's probably the anger in me more or less that's probably, I guess projecting in a sense over his actions and what he said and what he did. But at the same time, I'm not talking about Brant. It's more about the judge once again, and why the judge who's sitting in a position of authority is hugging a murderer. And so far, I haven't really heard anything yet that's going to justify why this judge is hugging a murderer. Man, this is going to be my last one tonight, I promise.
I was crying. It's not unusual for me to cry. I cry almost all the time. And I think it was cathartic for.
Okay. No, see, this is where I'm going to call bullshit right here. I'm going to call bullshit right now. So she just said that she's a person that cries all the time, okay? She said she's a person that cries all the time. I wonder, and maybe you guys know, but I wonder how many other murderers, how many other rapists, how many other criminals has she hugged? How many? Like, I mean, maybe she's the hugging judge. Maybe she goes around just, hugging rapists, hugging murderers, hugging robbers. I'm just saying, she's a hugging judge, right? I don't know. Has she hugged other criminals? I really doubt it. So once again, why did she? See, this is why I feel that I don't like this. She's a judge. She should not be hugging the defendants, or she should not be hugging the criminals. It just, did I say defendants? The plaintiffs. Okay, she shouldn't be hugging anyone. She shouldn't be hugging the bailiff. Judges don't hug people.
For everybody, because the attorneys fought hard. It was a horrific circumstance, and I think Brent Jean gave us an example that the person is more than just the act, the horrific act that they've committed. That's the first time I had someone.
Okay, so I'm not okay. So what she just said there is not technically wrong, because it is kind of true. A person is more than the acts that they commit. That is, once again, Christianity 101. I get it. I am not disputing that whatsoever. Is Amber Guyger a bad person? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know that her peers says that she's a murderer, but I can't tell you what's in Amber Guyger's heart. I can't do that. All I can do is tell you that she walked into an apartment that was not hers, shot an innocent black man who was unarmed, eating ice cream on his couch, watching Netflix. Those are the things that I can tell you. And then, by the way, after she shot Botham Jean, she ran out, didn't administer any type of, life-saving efforts, CPR, nothing. Like, she goes out and makes a phone call. She has a radio. She has a radio. She could have called for help. She could have radioed help. If she would have radioed help, Botham Jean could technically be alive right now, but we'll never know, because once again, she went out and made a phone call instead of trying to save the dude's life, who she just shot because he was watching Netflix, eating ice cream on his couch. So once again, this judge, I just don't know. Once again, does she hug criminals?
Who was going into custody to serve a prison sentence asked me for a hug. I'm very cognizant of the sheriff's policies concerning contact with an accused, and I was thinking about that.
So then why you see, this is the thing. It's like, if it makes it okay this one time, what about the man who maybe is okay? All right. So, okay, a guy, all right, single father, all right, providing for his 3 kids. The mother's passed away. He just lost his job. He goes and robs a bank. He accidentally shoots the bank guard, whatever the case may be. Okay, so he's going to trial. He's obviously guilty. Are you telling me that if he were to ask for a hug from this judge, that she would oblige and be like, yes, I'm going to hug? No.
But I was also thinking about, this woman is really, really hurting. And Brent Jean has given her a measure of hope. And for whatever reason.
But who else is hurting? Oh my gosh. Okay. See, so Botham Jean is dead. Okay. So true, he's not. I didn't even want to say that. Because the thing is, I don't want to make light or joke of this, but dude's gone. His family is left grieving, and you're showing sympathy for the person who took his life. And once again, it technically is the Christian thing to do, but you're a judge. And see, this is my thing. Like, what if she wants to go and, make an appeal? Okay. What if she goes and makes an appeal? They're going to probably have to take into consideration the fact that everyone's hugging her, including the judge. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but those are the things that I would just be thinking about, especially if I'm the family. Those are probably some of the things I would be thinking about is that, I don't want this person to get off on a technicality or something of that nature.
And she's asking me for the same compassion. And who am I to deny her?
You're the judge. You are the judge. That's exactly who you are. You're the judge, and so therefore you should not be hugging criminals. Unless you're going to make it a policy to hug all criminals that request a hug from the hugging judge. So, I didn't get my answers. In fact, the video was heavily edited. So, but yeah, I still think it's BS. I don't think she should have been hugging a criminal. Brant, I have once again, that's different because he's not a judge. It's a person of authority should not once again be hugging the defendant, the plaintiff, whatever. Because you're the judge, you're supposed to be impartial. And you really can't. And I understand. See, this is I do understand what she's saying. She's saying that she wants to be a good person. She wants to be a Christian. But that's why there is a separation of church and state for these types of things not to happen. And for her not to hug a criminal who was just accused of murdering someone, I don't think. Yes, technically the Christian thing would be to hug everyone, but you're still the judge, okay? And I'm just, it doesn't sit right with me. And that's just, you know what? I'm going to do another video later on another topic that's actually going to tie into this, but I still feel there's an element of race that is a small little undertone of this whole situation. But anyways, that's just my reaction to her. Once again, I think she's wrong. Tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Remember, follow me on Instagram, The Life of JOE.